Thanks everybody for coming. I cannot believe the festival has come around again already. We're really excited about it, and we appreciate you taking the time to come today and also just being involved. Um, so yeah, um, I'm Megan Fern. I'm head of impact and engagement at AONTAS. So yes, I'm acting head of communications as well. Yeah, our colleague Rachel Ryan is on maternity leave. So for anyone who doesn't know, we are AONTAS. We're a membership organisation based in Dublin, but we do work right across the island, and we do have now a partnership with the Open University in Ireland, where we can also base ourselves in their offices in Belfast if we choose to. And yeah, I'm sure everybody knows knows about us. But we are the voice of adult learning right across the island of Ireland, and you can find out more about information about us on our brand new website or on our social media. So every year we run the Adult Learners Festival, as I'm sure many of you know. It's a week-long celebration of adult learning right across the island, and it's an opportunity to highlight the power and the impact of adult and community education right across our society and in our communities, and even closer to home within family structures. We're really lucky to get a huge audience with our message. Last year, I think our reach was almost 5 million points of contacts. That's through national media and social media. So it's a really great opportunity for you to be involved as well, and to kind of get your message out there and the story of your own organization. And we will be sharing that. I'll go through the social media later on in the presentation, but we will be amplifying your own events as well. And the core audience for the festival is obviously learners or prospective learners, communities, organisations, media, and this year we'll be putting more of an advocacy focus on as well. So our advocacy team will be tying in with us. And very exciting, this is actually the 20th year of the festival. So yeah, we're absolutely delighted. I think before we get into the rest of this year, lots of people on the call today were involved in last year's, and we just want to say thank you so much to everyone who joined our festival last year, which was the theme was connecting communities. In the end, we had 149 events across 26 counties on the island, which was brilliant. We also had events as Gaeilge in Irish, which was lovely. And this year, we'd actually love to have even more events in different languages, and involve as many communities as possible. But as I said, our reach was 4.4 million. So it was brilliant. And we had coffee mornings, yoga classes, cultural tours. And the theme last year was inspired by the significant social challenges in our society, and I suppose recognising that a culture of care has not been prioritised by policymakers in our society. So yeah, the theme last year explored how to keep people connected to and to strengthen our communities. So this year I'll go over the theme now in a wee second. You can probably already see it on the background. We'll cover some events in the festival, of some examples and ideas, the calendar itself, social media, what support you can expect from AONTAS if you take part, and then we can do a Q&A at the end for anybody who has any questions. So this year we've decided to lean into the joy of learning, and we've gone with Spring into Learning as our festival theme. So I think for a long time, education has been overly focused on, I suppose, labour market needs, but it does bring so much more to our lives and our families and communities. So Spring into Learning is all about new beginnings. It's about fresh ideas, renewed confidence, and rediscovering the joy of learning at all stages of life. Spring is a time of growth and possibility, and that's exactly what adult and community education offers. It gives us a chance to build confidence, develop new skills, make friends, reconnect with learning in ways that work for the individual person, often the first time for people in many years. We also recognise that learning doesn't just happen in classrooms, it happens in community centres, libraries, workplaces, online, local cafes, basically wherever people come together to share knowledge, to support each other, to try something new. Learning is happening, and that's kind of what our theme is all about this year. So the festival invites adult learners, community education providers, organisations to explore what's possible within our own communities, and it's about growth and discovery. And I suppose most importantly, it's about creating and welcoming and inclusive spaces, spaces where adults feel comfortable to take that first step, or to continue their learning journey at their own pace. So yeah, we're very excited about it this year. We're going to lean into the joy of this and the hope associated with that. It's something that we need in our lives at the minute. In terms of the festival calendar, you will be familiar if you've taken part in the festival before. You will know that usually on the first day of the festival week, Monday, we have a policy day, but we have decided not to do that this year. Instead, we will be running another summit later in the year where we'll kind of be more focused on our policy then. And as always, we're going to and instead of that, we're going to do a media launch because it's the 20th year. So we're going to try and make the festival even bigger and better and get it in front of as many eyes as possible. And on the Wednesday of that week, the Open University in Belfast, in Ireland, are planning to hold a policy day of their own in Belfast as part of the festival week. But as always, the Star Awards is going to be the star of the show, for want of a better expression. And we're really excited. We're going to Croke Park again this year. And it's on Friday the 6th of March. And it's exciting as well because this year we have a new category that we've added. So learner voice, the categories will be learner voice, health and well-being, global citizenship, education, third level access and engagement, social inclusion. And this year we've added a new category called social change, which we're really excited about. And so the shortlisted nominees are already out on our website for that. So yeah, we're really excited for the Star Awards again this year. So how to plan an event. We've said this before in recent years, the word event can seem really intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. It's not just about organising big events, but we just want you to be able to take part by organising anything in your community. And it can be from something as simple as just showing people what you do, making them feel welcome, just giving people an opportunity to speak to you about your work or your staff or other learners. So it can be, yeah, I'll go into some of the ideas just now in the next slide. But yeah, it's about attracting people to adult education and coming back into the world of education. So from planning your event and promoting it locally and nationally, we will also be there to support you every step of the way. The only criteria is that events should be free of charge. If they have to be relevant to adult and community education, they need to be open to the public. It's up to you if you want to decide if you want to register it, so keep numbers down, or if you want to just keep it more loose and casual, that's absolutely fine. And the event needs to be happening between the 2nd and the 6th of March, more or less. We're not so strict about it. If it's in the general region of those dates, we will accept it onto the calendar. So the kinds of events you could have, I just mentioned before, it doesn't have to be a formal sit down thing. We've had before some like walk and talk events with learners. Coffee mornings are a great one. A workshop or a taster session on things like digital literacy, which we've had before, creative writing, mindfulness, just as examples. These are all things we've done before. An information session or an open day where people can just come in and meet with current learners or meet with tutors or staff and hear about their experiences. These are all the kinds of events that we've run in the past. These are some event examples. So walk and talk in the forest, just to talk about apprenticeships, virtual reality demonstrations and health checks, and a library information event, a gardening session, which was lovely, or a weaver's workshop. So yeah, the world is your oyster as insofar as it comes to it. In terms of the support you can expect from AONTAS and how we can help, we know that it takes a lot of time and effort to run that, and we're already, I suppose anyone involved in adult education is already extremely busy and up against it in terms of funding and everything else. So we'll send a festival resource pack to the first 80 community groups. So that will have posters, bunting to try and promote the festival. And this year, We're increasing the number of vouchers. Our festival resource packs will be a bit smaller, but we just decided because of the, I suppose, inflation and cost of living crisis in general, and the pressure that the sector is under, that we decided to have increase our number of vouchers instead. So we will be sending 40 €100 or 85 sterling vouchers to the first 40 community groups who register. Last year it was 30, so we've decided to increase it because the demand was just so high last year. We will also share your event on the festival website, obviously, through our social media people, our social media channels, and you will also receive a link with downloadable or printable graphics or posters if you wanted any of those things as well. And that will be on Canva. If you want to just use your own or make your own graphics, that's absolutely fine as well, as long as you use the hashtag. We will, oh, sorry, my slides just closed again. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I suppose, and as always, the way to get your event online is to go to adultlearnersfestival.ie. The website we're hoping will be live on Friday this week. So keep an eye on our social media channels and we'll let you know online as soon as the festival is up. So it gives you a couple of days to get thinking about what kind of event that you'd like to submit. This is what you can expect in terms of the form. It's going to be the same as last year. And on the form, we will ask for your event details, so the title, the start date, end times, venue, a description of your event. We'll ask you for your event type, your organizer type. So are you from an ETB? Are you from a community education group, library, museum? We'd also ask you to please upload an image. It can be one of the graphics that you've made using our resource pack, or it can be just any generic image associated with your event, or a photo of your own work, or a photo with learners. There is also a tick box on the form if you do want us to send you the resource pack in the post if you're within the first 80. Your address as well would be great, and include all the details. It just is less back and forth for us to try and get everything posted out to you. And for our own information only, we'll also ask if you're an AONTAS member on the event form. So what happens next? Once you submit your event to our website, we will review your submission and contact you if we need more details. And we do aim to go through each submission and get back to you within 2 working days. And once your event is approved, it will appear on the website. And most events are approved. I think the only ones last year that didn't make it through, somehow some medical conferences from Italy or somewhere made it. I don't know how they made it onto the website, but they're the only ones that get through. So as long as the criteria is followed, yeah, we'd be delighted to have your event. So in terms of promoting it on social media, it's a great way to promote your event and raise the visibility. So across our channels, we've got over 25,000 followers now. So if you tag us, we can reshare your posts and engage with them. And we will be using our hashtags, hashtag Spring Into Learning and hashtag ALF26 this year. We want to be able to promote what you're doing. And as I said, last year we had almost 5 million. I can't remember the exact phrase. So yeah, some examples of social posts, just clips of people taking part. This is one of them in action, was a candle and ear candling session. So yeah, it's fun for us to keep track of them all. We also will be delighted to send our team will be like trying to get around as many events as possible, and we'll let you know in advance if one of the team is coming out to you, so we can get some nice photos and just take part in your event. So as I said before as well, once you register, you'll receive a link to a Canva template that you can change up and make it your own. This is a photo of last year's, obviously. So yeah, you can just edit that, but also you can feel free to get creative and do your own thing as well. So you can keep an eye on our website for links to all of these things. We'll have them online for you early next week. So I suppose that is kind of it. We can have a chat now about the kind of event you want, the kind of event that you would have, um, or if anybody has any ideas so far. We can,
We were just talking in the office, sorry, Megan, and we were thinking of doing with somebody who does like wreath making, with kind of willow wreaths. So we're going to do spring wreath making workshop just as a taster event.
oh, that would be so nice.
So just to try and bring in the spring, hopefully some spring flowers will be out by then.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's very on theme, actually. Creative and interactive as well.
Yeah.
I'd say you might definitely get an AONTAS staff member coming to that one. There's a lot of very creative people on our team.
I
Yeah.
volunteer myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds.
It's Joan Broderick. I'm new to AONTAS. I'm a new member to AONTAS and I'm new to the Learner Festival piece as well. And my background is about educating parents and family and their students about the transition to further education and to third level colleges. So it's kind of the piece between schools. And I'm thinking I'd like to do something like a webinar for adult learning about maybe planting seeds about what college is actually like for anyone, doesn't matter who. I haven't really thought exactly what I'd like to do, but are webinars acceptable to?
Yeah, yeah, of course. It can be an in-person thing, it can be an online thing. The only criteria, as I say, is that it has to just be free of charge
Yeah,
to
yeah,
attend
yeah,
and
yeah.
open to
That's fine.
everybody. But
Yeah.
that sounds great, Joan, and it would be great to share your
I'll put my
expertise.
head together and I'll put in an
Yeah.
application.
And if you have any questions, as I say, like this is our festival email address is just alf as we call it
Alf.
internally, alf@aontas.com. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to that email address.
Great.
You'll always hear back. It goes to a couple of us.
Okay,
Uh,
great.
so yeah.
Thanks.
Well, thank you everybody so much. I won't keep you any further, but if you have any questions, again, just reach out to us, alf@aontas.com, and we're here. So
Thank you.
thanks everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks very much.